Nah, besok dapat bokor puspa, dapat bokor puspa, dapat.
Oke, Yadnya jurus seradi.
Dear viewers, welcome to Youban channel. Channels that provide information about culture, tourism, lifestyle, and wellness as well as unique things about Bali. Continuing about the series of Pitra Yadnya, Nyekah ceremonies, we will discuss the D-Day of a series of ceremonies called Mapurwa Daksina now. As we have published earlier, the series of Mamukur or Nyekah ceremonies carried out by Hindus in Bali is the Pitra Yadnya ceremony. The Pitra Yadnya ceremony is usually held by the family or descendants of the deceased as a form of devotion to the ancestors. In its implementation, it was heard this ceremony requires large costs and a complicated procession. So, it is not uncommon to hear that the costs for the Pitra Yadnya ceremony provide a fairly heavy economic burden for the family. In general, this heavy burden is often becoming the subject of attacks on the constancy of Balinese traditions, from parties who have an interest in Bali. In this way, finally the emergence of a current of thought and reinterpretation in the diversity of society, thus encouraging adjustments to religious activities that are considered more suitable to current conditions. The reinterpretation of values, including religion, becomes something that is necessary with greater emphasis on aspects of effectiveness and efficiency, in terms of time, effort, and cost. This socio-religious phenomenon also occurs in the realm of Pitra Yadnya, which is part of the diversity of Hindus in Bali. This is indicated by the increasing number of mass Pitra Yadnya ceremonies in various areas of Bali. The mass Mamukur ceremony is carried out by various elements of society, such as the village of Pakraman, Banjar, Sarah-based social organizations, and even the government. It seems that this ceremony has become a necessity for Hindus today, along with changes in mindset and religious understanding. In fact, the concept of implementing this mass ceremony has been going on in Bali since ancient times, although in a different form, namely the nearing tradition. The organizers of this tradition are generally carried out by the Puri and Griya families when carrying out the Pitra Yadnya ceremony. The disciple and ordinary Sikh doesn't participate in the ceremony or accompany their ancestors. On the other hand, the recent mass Pitra Yadnya ceremonies tend to be carried out in a self-managed manner with more planned, directed, and organized management specifically for it. Thus, the recent mass Pitra Yajna ceremony is a socio-religious phenomenon of the Hindu community in Bali, along with changes in knowledge, needs, and interpretations of religious practices. This phenomenon certainly needs to be addressed wisely, because the mass ceremony model seems to be quite attractive, and has even become a necessity for Hindus in carrying out their religious obligations in the present era. In addition, Hinduism, which is also called Sanatana Dharma or Eternal Truth, is a religion that is adaptive to changing times without losing its spiritual spirit. This means that socio-religious changes must be seen as historical orders, and the religious spirit must remain present in them, so that Hindus can navigate change with increasingly steady shraddha and devotional service. Hinduism aims to realize the welfare of life, or the universe, and spiritual happiness or moksha, in a balanced and harmonious manner. In Bali, the Mamukur ceremony is a follow-up ceremony to the cremation ceremony, which is part of the Pitra Yajna. A cremation ceremony is a ceremony to speed up the process of returning the Pankamahabhuta to its origin by burning the corpse. While the Mamukur ceremony, or Nyekah, is a ceremony to purify the subtle body so that it becomes the god of Pitara. In it, there is the Mapurwa Daksina ceremony, which raises the spirit from the Bwah Loka realm to the Swah Loka realm by carrying on the head of the Puspa Lingga around the ceremony area to the east and then south or clockwise. Nyekah or Mamukur ceremony is interpreted as a ceremony to purify Pitara to become Pitara God, so that she can go to and enter the Swah Loka realm, or heavenly realm. If we discussed it in full, The philosophy is very detailed, but at this time it is sufficient to explain in a series of events for the general public knowledge. That's our discussion this time. See you in our next video on a different topic. Before we end, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to this channel to receive the latest updates from us. Thank you for watching.
luar biasa begini, luar biasa masuk kalian. Semua masuk rapinya, semua. Dulu makin. Ada dereng, kita ada pada rumah sampai jauh. Tahu betul. Menang tadi menikah.